to see someone's face light up because you speak their language, and for them to get happy because, you know, they're far from home. Maybe they're the only one in this country. And ¿Qué lo que mi gente? Yo soy Ricky de Bilingue Blogs, and as you can see in the title, I have a big announcement. I'm adding 2 more languages to my language portfolio. I already speak English, I already speak Spanish, speak both of those very fluently, and I kind of want to push myself to go beyond that, to do something different. I took a survey about 2 years ago, no, 3 years ago actually now, on my Snapchat, when I don't even know how many subscribers I had, maybe like 3,000 subscribers or something like that. I took a survey and I asked, which language should I learn next? Portuguese or Italian? Now, I was wanting to learn Italian and I was hoping that everybody chose Italian, but y'all failed me. Y'all chose Portuguese. So I actually started learning Portuguese for like a day. I had this little notebook. This is literally all that I have of everything that I learned from Portuguese. I just wrote down some vocabulary words, and then I got these 2 books. But that literally lasted for like a day. It lasted for like a day because when I was studying it, I'm like, man, this is like learning Spanish all over again. And I don't really want to learn Spanish all over again because I'm already very fluent in Spanish. So I got bored and I stopped doing that. But recently, I just went to Italy and I did a video where I was trying to understand Italian based on all the Spanish that I know. And I did really well in that video, I believe. And that re-sparked my fire to learn Portuguese because I do know that Portuguese and Old Spanish are very, very, very similar to Italian. So I'm like, wow, if I can learn Portuguese, then I can do Italian. And it'll be a breeze. So that's why I'm learning Portuguese again. And the next language that I'm going to be learning is, drum roll please. The next language that I'm going to be learning is Japanese. My girlfriend is a huge anime lover. She gets mad at me for going to YouTube to cheat because I would just go and watch the action parts of anime. I don't really care about watching the whole thing. She loves anime and she's been talking about Japanese culture for a long time. And she told me one day that she wants to learn Japanese, so I was like, oh, I'll learn it with you. And she's all like, no, because you already know languages and you're gonna do better than me. But I'm like, come on, let's just do this together. So she's down with doing this together. We're doing it in different ways though. So here's how I'm gonna be learning my languages. When I first started to dabble in other languages, I had this huge fear of losing my Spanish. Spanish is my favorite language, but I was not born speaking it. I started to learn Spanish when I was 12 years old. So I had a huge fear of learning another language and forgetting my Spanish. I don't really have that fear anymore. It's not, well, if I do, it's not very prevalent, but I have decided, because I already grew up speaking English, and quite frankly, English is not my favorite language, Spanish is. I'm going to be learning these languages from Spanish. And I'm going to be taking a few different approaches as I learn these languages, and I'm going to document them for you guys so that you can use these learning tips that I have for you. I'm going to be putting my own learning tips that I give to you guys into effect, but I'm also going to be branching out and doing different things. For example, for the first 30 days where I'm going to be practicing Portuguese, like hardcore studying Portuguese, all I'm going to do is I'm going to be watching shows in Portuguese. I'm going to be listening to podcasts in Portuguese. You know, I want it to be more of me listening and writing versus me just reading it from a grammar book. Even though I do love my grammar books, I swear by the grammar book, I know that everybody is different. So I want to see if I can find a better method for you guys who don't like grammar that much. So like I said, I'm going to be, you know, just taking in a lot of Brazilian Portuguese from shows, podcasts, anything that I can listen to, and then you know, I'll write those down in my phrase book. I love this book because it looks old and nobody knows what it is, but it's not a Bible. It's my notebook, my language notebook. So I'm going to be writing things down in there and seeing just how much can I really learn in 30 days. So yeah, that's my approach for Portuguese. Even in here, I already started out with my vocabulary with Portuguese, Spanish, and then Portuguese right there. So I've already started that. I started this one maybe a year ago, but this is literally all the vocab that I have though. So I don't know much. This is not vocab. This is something completely different. It's like a class I was taking for something else that was not language related. But so I don't know Portuguese, guys. I don't. I'm gonna do a video seeing how much Portuguese I know, similar to the Italian video that I did already. But as far as being able to just spit out sentences, I can't do that. All I know is eu não sou brasileiro. I'm not Brazilian. Eu não falo, I can't even say that right. Eu não falo Portuguese. I don't even know how to say the R's. Is that R or H? I don't, like a rolled R, or is it an H? I don't even know, because I know there's two different ways. How do I say it? How do they say it in Brazil? I'm gonna be learning all this, guys. So I'm excited for that journey. As far as Japanese goes, I haven't even thought about how I'm gonna learn that yet. I did download an app. What's this app called? Es una aplicación gratis llamada Aprende Japonés. Como tú puedes ver allí, Aprende Japonés, allí. So that's the app that I'm going to be using for Japanese. But first, I don't know if I want to learn the writing system first, or learn the words and phrases and stuff first, or do it all at the same time. But that's a whole different ballgame. So once I figure that out, you know, you guys will get the details. Here's what I'm thinking also as far as format. I want to spend from the morning time until afternoon focusing on Portuguese, and then from afternoon until the evening working on Japanese. I was thinking of dividing it that way, and or just doing it Monday Portuguese, Tuesday Japanese, Wednesday Portuguese, Thursday Japanese, you know, back and forth, altering days. I don't know. I've never taken on two languages at once, but it seems like a really fun idea. Seems like a really cool idea. I think it'll work out very well. Thankfully, I have my girlfriend to practice Japanese with me, even if we are learning it from two different languages. Obviously, when I talk to her, I will talk to her in English, a menos que me quiera hablar en español. Pero no sé, porque siempre me responde en inglés, como ustedes vieron en mi video del pasado. Pero I'm excited to share the results with you guys, to share the journey with you guys, so that you guys can see how I learn languages. Because by the time I started Bilingue blogs, you guys knew me when I was already fluent, when I was already like 100% fluent in Spanish. You didn't see any of the process. I just told you what I did. So now you get to see what I'm actually doing. I'm going to document it closely so that you guys can be motivated and inspired to learn whatever language you want to learn. So let's do it, guys. Oh, another thing I want to mention is that I'm doing this also to show you guys that it is a journey. I don't want to learn in 3 months or a year. I don't want to trick myself into thinking that I can do so. And you guys shouldn't really be focused on that. A lot of people ask me how long it took me to learn Spanish, but if you're thinking about how long it takes to learn a language, then you're focused on the wrong thing. That's pretty much what I want to say. You're focused on the wrong thing if you're worried about how long it takes to learn a language. For me, I'm just looking to have some fun, to make some new connections. Spanish has given me so many opportunities and allowed me to make many more connections that I would not have made if I only spoke in English. To see someone's face light up because you speak their language, and for them to get happy because, you know, they're far from home, maybe they're the only one in this country, and they're fighting really hard with the English that they know, but then you go and brighten up their day by speaking their language. That's like one of the best feelings. That's one of the best feelings. So I'm looking to do that, you know, as well with Portuguese and with Japanese as well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna shock some Japanese people. But yeah, you guys will be a part of that whole journey. So anyways, I've said too much. It's time for me to go. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. I hope you guys support me in my journey. I'm supporting you guys in your journey, trying to give you better ways to do this language learning thing. You know, let's have fun. Let's have fun. You guys can join in with me too on this journey. If you want to learn Portuguese and Japanese, you can do what I'm doing to learn these things as I document them. Feel free. We're a community. So that's all, guys. Hasta aquí el video de hoy. Thank you for watching. Nos fuimos.